Good morning. Just good morning. 2 minutes to 12. Sava here from Sava Talks Football, maybe also known as Sava Talks Spurs. First and foremost, please ignore my hair. It's a bit fluffy. I am going to the barber's very shortly. Today's daily thought. It's always fun and games at Tottenham, isn't it? Always fun and games. There's never a sustained period of calmness, of direction, of planning. It's always a complete and utter shambles, and that gives us lots to talk about. I'm smiling not because I like the shambles, but just because it is what it is. This is our club. This is where we're at. So let's start with the obvious. Tottenham Hotspur at home to Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League. It is this simple. Win this game, we are through the group, and we have done what we needed to do. Lose this game, and depending on other results, we might need to go to France and play Marseille and win to qualify. That is how tight this group is. So, what happens tonight? Which Spurs are we going to see? Are we going to see the Tottenham Hotspur that everyone kept singing, Antonio, Antonio? Or are we going to see the Spurs where fans go, oh no, it's not Antonio's fault, he hasn't got the players? Which one are we going to see tonight? Are we going to have 10 men behind the ball and let Sporting Lisbon have all the game? Or are we actually going to show that we're a Champions League team playing at home in the Champions League? Now, Sporting Lisbon, I believe, have got a couple of suspensions. They've lost both their last two games in regards to the Champions League with Marseille. Had a man sent off in both, made it a lot easier for Marseille. But when we played them, they were very impressive, kept the ball well, moved it through the channels. They've got skillful players like Marcus Edwards and Paulinho going forward. And they deserved their win against us. No matter how many people will tell me that they didn't, because it was two late goals, I thought they thoroughly deserved the win. They were the only team that day that actually came to try and play football. Unlike Conte, who is anti-football and would rather not lose than try and win. Oh dear, did I say that out loud? Am I going to upset the fan base? Shoot me now. So, Tottenham tonight, what are we doing? Is Romero fit? Is Højbjerg fit? Who would have thought Højbjerg would be central to everything we do? Romero, we knew, is central to everything we do at the back. And fans in the summer going, oh no, we don't need a centre-half because look what he's done with Davis. And look what he's done with Dyer. And Sanchez has played 8 games in a row and we've not lost. How silly do you feel now? If ever a club needed a top centre-half, it was Tottenham Hotspur. But no, we're going to offer Dyer a new contract. We won't go into that today. So what team's going to play? Are we going to see Doherty at right wing back? Or is he going to still play the guy who won a competition to be a footballer, Emerson Royal? This is one thing. When people tell me he's a world-class manager, I can't get on board with it because he picks players like Sessegnon and Emerson Royal. I just cannot get on board with it in any way, shape or form. If he was a world-class manager in the summer, he would have demanded, I don't want a 60 million Richarlison as a sub-striker. Get me 2 wing-backs. Get me 2 proper wing-backs. Get me a centre-back. Get me an attacking midfielder. So what do we think tonight? Are we going to go with a 3-4-3 and see Lucas Moura possibly put into that position? Will there be a shock inclusion for Brian Hill? We know there won't, but possibly. Why not at this stage? What's the worst that could happen? The last time I saw Brian Hill come on against Frankfurt, he actually ran at them and caused some problems and won a penalty. But, yeah, we don't seem to do that. We seem to bring on defenders when we're losing. So what do you reckon today? Davis playing or Longley playing? If Romero doesn't play, do both of them play? Does Sanchez play again? The calamity that is. It's all very underwhelming, isn't it? All I know is by hook or crook, Spurs need to find a way to win tonight because otherwise I don't want to be going, and I'm sure most of you and the club don't want to be going to play Marseille away to qualify in the Champions League. I think that would be a very hostile atmosphere. We're not in great form, and I'd worry that we'd actually get beaten there. We've got to get the business done tonight. So this is a pivotal game. Then the question begs, if we get knocked out of the Champions League, is that the worst thing in the world? With the squad we've got, with the football we play, how tired the players look apparently because of Conte's training. Is that going to be the worst thing in the world? So it's lots of swings and roundabouts. You tell me in the thoughts. You tell me you tell me your thoughts, in the comment section. For me, We've simply got to win. I said this about Newcastle as well. We've simply got to win. I do not want to see us put 10 men behind the ball and try and counter-attack at home to a team that have lost their last 2 Champions League games. I don't want to see that. That's not what Tottenham Hotspur is about. That's not what being a football fan is about, surely. So defend this football all you like, but this isn't right. We're not talking about playing the giants of Europe here. I'm not belittling Sporting Lisbon and Frankfurt and Marseille, but when the draw was made, everyone said, a great group, we should go through that, we should breeze through. So let's do that tonight. Let's breeze through tonight. Let's show what we're about. Leave your score predictions. I'm going to go with, I keep getting these wrong because Spurs, every time I think they can't let me down anymore, they do. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw tonight and hope that I'm massively wrong and Spurs win 2-0. I'm going to have a 2-2 draw. I just feel like we look really poor. I want to be wrong, and I want Spurs to go out there and kick the granny out of them. Moving on. Last thing I wanted to talk about today. Antonio Conte, yet more comments about his signing a contract. And guys and girls, it's becoming a little bit farcical, isn't it? I remember, I'm not going to name names, but a couple of journalists in the summer said, this summer, Conte will be backed, plus we'll sign a contract, we'll start the season really well, and this club's on an upward trajectory. Those 3 things haven't happened. He didn't sign a contract, he wasn't backed, and we're definitely not on an upward trajectory. People want to say we're third at the moment, but our results, our performances, this is not sustainable. This is not an upward trajectory, which gets more and more difficult to say every time I say the word trajectory. Ugh. His latest comments when being asked about signing a new contract at Tottenham Hotspur were this. This is a topic that we go to face with the club at the right moment. I think in this moment, we have to be concentrated on the present and to try to do our best. I'm sorry. What? What is this? I said in the summer, at the beginning of the transfer window, my belief is that he won't be backed, that he'll stay for a year, pick up his 15 million paycheck or whatever he's paid, and then I think he will walk and he won't sign a new contract. I think he will walk away, and then I think he's in a no-lose situation, because if he does well, he turns around and goes, look how great I am. If he doesn't do well, he can walk away and say, I wasn't backed, and all the fans go, yeah, you're not backed because Levy and Enoch are rubbish. He's on a no-lose. But the fact that a new contract hasn't been signed yet, and the fact that he was given, 7 players in the window, 2 players in the January window, what does that tell you? Why hasn't he signed a new contract? All those people that say he wants to be here for 3, 4, 5 windows, he wants to build a project, then why hasn't he signed? You tell me. I'm not the one who said he'd do that. Loads of people said he'd do that. So why hasn't he signed? Why? How do he and the club not know the right direction together? Yeah? We're going to face this with the club at the right moment. I hate to break it to you. We're in November next week. Tuesday is November. I should know. It's my birthday. Tuesday is November. And he'll have, 7 months left on his contract? Surely this is... Can we not see the writing on the wall? I've been here many times before. You've been here many times before. Lots of fans in massive denial, I think, about what's happening at this club. Tell me, what do you think? Why is it 1? Why is he not signing a new contract? 2, do you think he will? 3, is he going to walk away? What is the conversation that needs to happen between the two clubs, between the two parties? Surely in the summer they would have said, right, this is the first stage to what we're doing. Sign a contract. Here's what we're going to give you in the second phase. Is this Levy and Enoch being Levy and Enoch? For me, it's all a bit of a mess. For me, this is no further forward than when Poch was here or when Jose was here. Everyone got very trigger happy that we managed to finish 4th in a very bad league. Everyone in the summer said, oh, Arsenal were absolutely crap, but celebrated massively finishing above them as a massive achievement. Which one is it? I feel Spurs fans are completely lost with what they think is going on at the moment. And for me, I'll be honest, Conte is a fancy name in a suit that is absolutely pulling the wool over people's eyes. All day long in my YouTube comments and Instagram, I get, Sava's a world-class manager. Sava, who would you want instead of him? Sava, this is the best manager we've had ever in the Premier League era, and you want him gone. Now, first of all, I've never said I want him gone, but is he the best manager we've had in the Premier League era? Based on what? Based on what? If it's based on winning trophies, then he's not. It's Jose Mourinho. If it's based on current ability, then what I'm watching, I'm not seeing that. So this club, nothing will surprise me. It's one big mess, as always. The club have got what they always wanted. They've got top four on a shoestring budget. They're not back to manager, but making millions of pounds a year from concerts, NFL, boxing, Skywalk, merchandise. Never change, Tottenham Hotspur. Never, ever change. Much love. I'll see you later on. I've got a live show tonight at 10 p.m, which will be the Premier League and European League review. That will be with Henry Wright TV and with the Mad Sports Network. So Devo or Gav from the Mad Sports Network will be talking about all things that have happened in the Premier League and European football in the last 7 days. I look forward to the next 7 days. And I might do a watch along for tonight. I might do if I've got the energy. Guys and girls, take care. Thanks for your support as always. Love the interaction in the comments. And I'll see you very, very soon. Peace out. Come on, you Spurs. Levy and Enoch, get out of our club.